to the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1", and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so vicious me. I got bodyguards, I got two big cars that definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental and a some new Cadillac. So after school, I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Hear me talking about checkbook, could it cost more money than a sucker could ever spend? But I wouldn't give a sucker or a punk from the rock, not a dime till I made it again. Everybody go, hotel, motel, what you gonna do today? Cause I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spring and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go, hotel, motel, holiday in. See, if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. I'm Master G, my mellow is on you, so what you gonna do?
Well, it's on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting and you're sitting. Then damn, they start doing the freak. I said bam, I ride it out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You're rocking to the beat without a care. Cruise the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of rhyme eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, the pop, the pop, give it, pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, y'all. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep in stride, cause all I'm here to do is just a wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, y'all. I throw it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jig in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls. I get on the floor. I come alive, y'all. Give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for?
I said a hip hop, the hip to the hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rock it to the bang, bang the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Well, skittle me bop, we rock a Scooby-Doo, and guess what, America, we love you, because you rock and roll with us so much so, you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast, rock it out, a baby bubba to the boogie to bang.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody.
So unique, come on, everybody, and dance to the beat.
Hey, Peninsula Peace, stick around. I think next week we're going to do Pitt. That ought to be an interesting one.
The hip hop, you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, bubba to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. I say I can't wait to the end of the week when I rap it to the rhythm of a groovy beat and attempt to raise your body heat or just blow your mind so with that you can't speak and do a thing but a rock and shuffle your feet and let it change up to a dance called the freak. And when you finally do come into your rhythmic beat, rest a little while so you don't get weak. I know a man in hand, He has more rhymes than a serious bank, so come on, hey. I sing that song to the rhythm of the boogie, bang, bang, the bomb.
Well, I'm pimp, the dimp, the ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shop the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside and to the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Treasure's Trio, I win the serious joiner from sun to sun and from day to day. I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say it goes like this. When I was coming home late one dark afternoon, reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that are vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter I did adore, so I rocked the vicious rhyme like I never did before. She said, damn fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said I go by the name Lois Lane, and you can be my boyfriend, you surely can. Just let me quit my boyfriend called Superman. I said, he's a fairy, I do suppose, flying through the air in pantyhose. He may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue and red suit. I said, you need a man who's got finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can he rock a party till the early light? He can't satisfy you with his little worm, but I can bust you out with my super sperm.
Is that Slim's new nickname, Slandering Slim? Or is somebody slandering Slim?
I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank. I'm everywhere. Just throw your hands up in the air and party harder like you just don't care. Let's do
Either way, it does kind of roll off the tongue, doesn't it? Slandering Slim.
Go home, tell, motel, and what you gonna do today? Some gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go home, tell, motel, holiday in. You say if your girl starts acting up, then you take a friend. I say skip, God, what can I say? I can't fit them all inside my OJ, so I
Well, now you've got my attention, Rec Talk.
I give the rest to Master Key, so he
I need to hear how he slandered your great name.
Friday night, I was rocking to the beat, feeling alright. Everybody was dancing on the floor, doing all the things they never did before. And then this fly girl with a sexy lead, she came into the party, she came into the scene. As she traveled deeper inside the room, all the fellas.
Oh, by the way, Sea-Dog, he's not on. He's not here yet. I started the show a little earlier because this is a 15-minute long song. So he doesn't know what we're talking about tonight, who we're previewing. Well, speak of the devil, he is here now. But it's going to be fun to see how triggered Sea-Dog gets tonight with the Georgia Tech predictions.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing this tonight.
Yeah. Well, that was by design, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Man, Sea-Dog, you look like a young man.
You think that?
You look like you look like you went back in time, like you jumped in that DeLorean from the Back to the Future. You look about 5 years younger. I'm not even kidding. You really do.
Thanks. This is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm not at home today. I'm at my granny's house.
I can see that.
Yeah. Hope that's all right.
No, of course, it's fine.
So,
Oh, I mean, you can't hear the string. The intro's still playing.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when it's done.
All right. All right, go ahead, eat. You got about 5 more minutes.
the boogie bang like collard greens that don't taste good, like a tree that's not made out of wood. Like going up and not coming down. It's just like the beat without the sound, no sound to the beat. Beat into the freak, everybody just rock and dance to the beat. Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas are mushed, and the chicken tastes like wood. So you try to play it off like you think you can by saying that you're full. And then your friend says, Mama, he's just being polite. He ain't finished. That's full. So your heart starts pumping and you think of a lie and you say that you already ate. And your friend says, man, there's plenty of food, so keep out some more on your plate. But while the sticky food's steaming, your mind starts to dream of the moment it's time to leave. And then you look at your plate and you
Hey, how many views do you guys think this Rapper's Delight song has on YouTube? First of all, it's extremely difficult to find the full 14-minute song. This is the only channel that I've seen that's had the whole thing.
And then you run to the store for quick relief from a bottle of KO Pectate. You call your friend.
Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. 61 million views. 61 million.
You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. I said, Hank, can you rock? Can you rock to the rhythm that
Courtesy of some channel called Dutchman. Hold on. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's spelled weird. Dutchmanum. So, shout out to Dutchmanum.
What I was told, it was the best advice that I ever had. It came from my wise dead old dad. He said, sit down, punk, I want to talk to you. And don't say a word until I'm through. Now there's a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to live and a time to die, a time to break and a time to chill, to act civilized or act real ill. But whatever you do in your lifetime, you never let an MC steal your rhyme. So from 6 to 6 to this very day, I'll always remember what he had to say. So when the sucker MCs try to jump my style, I let them know that I'm versatile. I got style, finesse, and a little black book that's filled with rhymes, and I know you want to look. But the thing that separates you from me, and that is called originality, because my rhymes are on from what you've heard.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm intrigued by the Slim Shady Canes and Rec Talk feud. I don't know what this is about. I've been out of the loop for a week or so. But I love a good YouTube feud, especially if somebody is besmirching the good name of somebody else. That usually leads to good banter, good content. I hope somebody gets mad enough to yell.
Well, I like Johnny Carson on the late show. I like Fred Crocker in stereo. I like the Buckeyes singing Holy Ghost. The sound of those down. They played the most. Just like my man, Captain Sky. He's named the Earn with the Silver Spur. We rock and we don't stop. Get off, y'all. I'm here to get it.
All right, guys, I'm putting the final touches on here. Show starts in about 90 seconds.
I like a Pepe Mason without a gate. It's like Farrah Fawcett without her face. Like the Buckeyes on the mic, like it and like down for you to not like move your body if you don't know how. Right to the rhythm and throw down. Like some of the lines use the Master G, the brother who rocks so viciously. At the age of 1, my life begun. At the age of 2, I was doing it. At the age of 3, it was you and me rocking to the sounds of the Master G. At the age of 4, I was on the floor giving all the beats what they bargained for. At the age of 5, I didn't take no jobs with the Master G. No, the way I at the age of 6, I was picking up sticks.
Quick reminder real quick that YouTube really cares about the thumbs up, even if I don't. So if you don't mind, it's free. Hit that like button. Shout out to the Sugar Hill Gang. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Welcome to episode number 76 of the ACC show with me and my friend, colleague, and co-host, C-Dog. What's up, C-Dog?
What up, Pete? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man. It feels like it's been a while.
Did we just say the same thing?
We might have, yeah. It feels like it's been a while, but I do want to give a special thank you to C-Dog for continuing the ACC show last week while I was indisposed. That was great. That was amazing and fantastic. As a matter of fact, if you hadn't have done that, we might not get through the schedule predictions the way that we wanted to.
Yeah, I think we did Boston College, I think, and Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I forget, What did you guys, or I'll say we, since it's the ACC show, what did we come up with as far as predictions for that? What'd you got? What'd you get for BC? Do you remember?
I think we had them going 3-9.
Holy shit! 3-9. That's even worse than we had. We had Syracuse 4-8.
I think we had them. Yeah, I think we had them either 3-9 or 4-8.
Can we get a confirmation in the chat? You because you don't sound too sure about yourself.
If any number's better than me, but I think it was 3-9, or maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was 5-7. I really have no idea.
What?
I do remember we had Virginia Tech going 6-6 though.
Look, this is very scientific. For all of you who think this is a joke, if you go back and look at last season, our record predictions for the ACC were pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I think we missed on one or two teams. Most teams we either got exactly right or we were 1 or 2 games off at the most.
Yeah, I may not remember, but whatever it is, it's right. Okay?
Okay.
So, and I do remember for a fact, though, we had Virginia Tech going 6-6.
All right, that's good.
We had them beating NC State at the end of the year at an upset for a last-minute bowl bid.
I like it. I definitely like that.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to go back and watch the ACC show from last week to find out exactly what Boston College's record was. You said 3. What'd you say? 3-9?
I think. I don't know.
Oh Lord.
It might have been 4-8.
All right. Well. Anyway, once somebody figures that out, or I'm gonna have to go do my own research and figure that out. But tonight, what we're doing is Georgia Tech and North Carolina. Now I know. Originally, we said we were going to start from the worst teams and sort of work our way up to the best teams. Well, in Georgia Tech's case, it's your turn. I mean, I'm sorry. It just is. The North Carolina thing I threw in there because... Huh?
Virginia's still on the table.
Yeah, they are.
Well, that's okay. I find it, we just got done celebrating Father's Day. I think, I think it'd be very sweet for us to, to do Georgia Tech and our son, of course, North Carolina.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the belated Father's Day. We're now, it's 2 days later. We can't keep celebrating the same thing over and over. This isn't Hanukkah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, happy Father's Day to you.
Yeah, thank you. So something that's happened since the last time we did a show together that can't go unnoticed or without remiss is the fact that you shaved your head.
I sure did.
Now, Let me ask you a question.
Hat gets turned all around, and I can't, my hat's too big now. It gets
because you grew your hair out starting in 2000. If I have to remember, I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
Well, the barber shops were closed, and so I think that was your excuse then, because everything was closed. It was the lockdown.
Yeah.
So you've been growing that hair for 3 years, or more than 3 years.
Yeah.
For 3 years.
I mean, what can I say? I'm a man of extremes.
You are. I've got to say, I like it. Yeah, I'm telling you, it looks. It makes you look younger.
Yeah. Well, the long hair was always a phase.
A phase that just ended 2 weeks ago, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I shaved because my little brother is having brain surgery, and he had to shave his head, because they got to go in there and cut his skull open and shit, and give him brain surgery. So we all shaved our heads. My brother too, that you all know, he shaved his head too.
Wow. Okay. See, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't really go around talking about
right
I mentioned it before on like a live show, but it's not a secret. It's just I don't really go around.
So it just worked out perfectly for the entry that you made into LouTube's talent that you shaved at that time.
Yeah,
it did, because that worked out perfectly.
I mean, if I would have just, I mean, if I hadn't have shaved my head, then I would have just, I don't know, maybe I would have got a wig or something. I had to get a wig in the second round anyway. Did you see the second round video?
Yeah, I did. It's unbelievable. I would like to know exactly where you borrowed your bra from, though.
No bra.
No bra?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh.
Well, I did take
braless.
I did take like a couple pads out of my wife's bra and put them in there, but.
So, I mean, that's essentially the same thing, I think. I mean, if you take, isn't most of the bra just a pad anyway?
Yeah.
So you just didn't have the strap.
Right.
Yeah. So what exactly are you? Are you a C cup, or what cup are you?
I'm like double D's, baby.
I believe you.
Double D's.
Yeah. Did you get a text from Raj about how offended he was that you dressed up like a woman?
No, but I did see how I did see right before the show started, he posted a video. I guess he got voted out.
Yeah. So what, he posted a video complaining about being voted out?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that on YouTube right now? How did I not see that?
I didn't get a chance to watch it before the show started, but it looked.
That's something I had to see immediately, if not sooner. What is this? Raj Light.
I can give you a preview of it. Man, I was just looking, watching the morning show or whatever, and man, come up in there and they done voted me out, and I guess because I can't sing Simple Man like Ballard. And
hold on, let me see here.
We got I'm trying not to cuss because I'm at my granny's house.
I like when you go to Raj's YouTube page, you know how you have like a little excerpt you can post on there, like, you know, in text. It says, just one stooge drinking cold beer, period. That's it. Let's see here. Yeah. All right, let's watch this real quick, and then we'll get to the show.
Yeah.
The great Raj, everybody. All right, here we go.
What is up? Raj, you fucking bad motherfuckers, what's going on? I wanted to make this video right quick about the Lou Tubes. Uncle Lou's got damn talent videos. Turn my hand around right quick. It was a good show today. I watched the one from the other day and the comments and whatever. And I understand, hey, listen there, I got beat by a guy that can sing or whatever. I mean, that's cool as shit. I mean, that dude can, I mean, I ain't got nothing against him. He can sing like a motherfucker, but pouring cereal milk on his head, I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, it's amazing that a 400-pound man with a diaper can win a talent show last year. But yeah. Anyways, I was just trying to make it funny as hell. Hell, that was Mrs. Raj's decision. I mean, she told me, she said, if you're gonna do something like that, go all out. And I said, fuck it, I'll do it. If y'all know me, trust me, Lou knows me, and all the other fucking people in the community knows me. I don't give a fuck. I'll just do what the fuck there. I mean,
well, that's true.
I'll make an ass out of myself. I mean, I'll sing karaoke. I don't give a fuck. But you know, it's getting to the point to where like, you know, like, I don't mind the LouTube talent show, but it's like, but there's a lot of fucking. Is
it just me, or does it sound like he's got a a plane propeller? That fan he's got in there is something serious. It sounds like he's about to take off on a rocket ship or something.
Good fucking people on there, man, that can goddamn sing and play instruments and shit. That's fucking talent, man. I mean, I understand that.
Was it funny?
Well, it's not over yet, but yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, some of those motherfuckers that they all, I'm sorry to say, but I mean, they should win. But, of course, I got fucking voted out today. But anyways, I may make another video.
The title of the video is Milkman and Ballard are moving on. I guess I need to wear a diaper on my front porch next time.
And I may make this the fucking biggest goddamn losers video you ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do.
No.
But congratulations to all the fucking people that made it into the finals. But I did what like I said, I just thought it was hilarious. And
What did Raj sing? What did he sing?
I think he sang Margaritaville.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
I would like to see Raj in a diaper, though. I think that actually might win the YouTube Got Talent thing next year. Raj in a diaper. He could merge my video and his video and shoot guns in a diaper. How about that?
Well, yeah. So I was. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, you got to do what you got to do to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the people vote on it, and the people want to see lightsaber PP and
So you're still in it, right? You're still in the running.
Huh?
You're still in the contest, right? You moved on to the final. How many more rounds are there?
Just one.
Okay, so you're in the final.
We haven't even had to go up against anybody. We automatically got put through.
Automatically moved on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thanks. We haven't even had to been voted on. But
yeah, the last one was amazing.
Thanks. The fight is going to be great, I think. So I'm excited for that. This will be the finale of Lightsaber PP. Though. Me and X-Wing kind of agreed. It's run its course after this, but
Yeah. You don't want to. Yeah, I'm with you.
The ground, yeah.
Yeah, and that makes looking back on it in the future even that much better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is, as far as us at least, this is the finale that we planned, because we've been doing it for a couple of years now. Or I got in on it last year.
Yeah.
But Bing did it, I think, last year or the year before.
Well, of course, it all started with with what was it?
Flashlight PP.
Flashlight PP. Yes. And then it graduated via X-Wing to lightsaber PP. I don't even know where you go from there.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely this is definitely the finale, at least for us.
All right, well, let's look in the chat here real quick. Let's see who's here. There is a feud going on between Slim Shady Canes and apparently Rec Talk that I am not privy to, but I want to be privy to it. So
I'm not either.
I'm very interested to hear about that. Let's get through the chat here real quick. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for stopping in tonight for real, to hang out with me and Sea-Dog for the ACC show. Matt Dummett is here. Seminole Seth, Jay Shipes, Luke. Luke saw that UNC in the title.
My son.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. CJ is here. Ballard Sports Media. Another, did he move on too?
Ballard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. What did he sing last time? Simple Man, I think it was.
He sang the first time he sang "Buy Dirt," and then the second time he sang "Simple Man." Yeah.
Yeah. I like the cover version from who sings that? Shine Down, I think. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that cover version of it.
The cover, but
right. Anyway, yeah, congratulations to Ballard.
yeah.
The Nature Boy is here. Peninsula P, hail to Pitt. I figure we'll probably do Pitt next week. They were on my
That
radar.
ought to be interesting.
Yeah, maybe Pitt and Louisville next week. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do Pitt and Louisville next week.
Interesting team.
It is. I think I already said Slim Shady. P Digits Rec Talk. SEC Dog says, "What's up, Pete and ACC homers?" John Serene, Pete Magaha. Bulldog Brian. Tiger Cat is here. Arizona Tucson 93. Long live the ACC show. That's right. The Uncle Lou is here. D. Taylor. Look who's here, Nate. Imagine that. Nate's here.
Is that right?
Yeah, Nate's here. Twisted Rooster. What's up, Twisted Rooster? Baylor Man. Let the Big Dog Eat. Says prayers for your brother. Yeah, actually, you did tell me about that a couple of months ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Obviously. Oh, look who's here, Raj.
Raj. You should have pulled a
Yeah, you can go
lightsaber
fuck
PP
yourself.
out, man. That's how you win.
You can go fuck yourself. Bunch of goddamn Wuhan fucking whatever. Bend over, suck my fucking nuts. I'll give you the goat.
I'm looking forward. We got the softball game coming up, and what is today? The 20th? Almost exactly a month. July 22nd.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm ready.
We got some new teams. We got some most of the teams are coming back. Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, I think. Last year,
I'm ready for revenge on Team Raj.
I think that Vic told me he's bringing an injury tent. Well, it's not really technically an injury tent, but we're going to turn it into that, I think. But he's going to have fans and everything going in there. So
That sounds awesome.
yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty crowded tent. I feel like that tent would be a great place to conduct interviews as well. Like just have someone stand in there with a camera and a microphone for 4 hours, and everybody that comes in there to cool off gets interviewed.
That's a great idea.
It is, of course, it is. Every idea I have is a great idea.
My brother can't come. He's going on vacation. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, he was a point of controversy last year, so it's probably better that he doesn't come.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I think I made a huge mistake by setting up that camera behind the home plate and streaming the entire thing. Yeah. I'm gonna do it again though.
He was kidding. There was no kidding about them having an extra player on the field.
Yeah, there's definitely more players. Yeah, they definitely cheated, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right. Who else we got? Jay Shipes, Crimson Brave, Ram Dog. All right. Okay, let's bring on.
Something.
Yeah, what?
Check this out.
All right.
My camera.
Yeah, you're on.
Check this out.
What is that? Chandelier of some sort?
Yeah, this is where I got my inspiration from. I'm in my Papa's office right now.
Hold on now. So this is great. That's his office?
Yeah.
Can you go up to what's on the walls and let us get a closer look at what is all that stuff?
These are pictures of our family.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was sports related stuff.
I'll give you here. Look at this. That's your boy in high school.
Oh, look at Sea Dog. You got the same haircut now that you had then. Look at you.
I think that was in 8th grade. Yeah, funny.
Wow.
Number 72. I have the same. That was my number all throughout high school. And
who was the famous player in the NFL or at that time that had number 72? Because you always when you're a kid and you have that number, you always be like, who in the NFL has that number? You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. They just gave me that number in
oh, you don't even know.
And I just rolled with it. So
okay.
I don't know. But see, look, he's got all the teams, all the hats.
Hold on. Is he a biker?
Oh, yeah.
I see Sturgis 2022 right there.
Yeah, they get a Sturgis all the time, yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so...
And what is that chandelier made out of? Coke bottles?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
look at that. That's cool.
Oh, look, there's a Georgia Tech one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, wow. So those are all Coke bottles, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, look, there's a Sturgis one.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. He's got Clemson on it, too.
Look at that. He's a tater man.
Yeah, there's Georgia Tech, too. He collects the hats, too. Colorado. Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
So this is where I got my inspiration for the rack that I have at my house.
Yeah. Did you donate all of your hats to him so he could put them up there? Is that where they came from? Or those are his?
No. My hats are all trucker hats.
Oh.
They're all they all have a theme.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who. Well, I have several questions about it here. So Rec Talk is here, and so is Slim Shady. I got to hear what's going on with you guys.
First of all, I think that's a great nickname. It's very Trump-esque to give Slander and Slim. He was on my live show, and
I got a great idea. Shut the fuck up and go sit on another bottle of Magiclean, bitch.
Wow,
you sound like a Georgia fan all of a sudden. Have you transformed into a Kirby guy? No, you said you made it out like.
No, I don't have a bowl cut.
We can get you one. You made it out like I was saying Brent Key was an interim, Dabo was an interim, bada bing, bada boom.
The words that came out of your
No, what happened is you were saying, I don't know why you're so high on Brent Key. And I was like, well, look what he did as interim. And you said that didn't mean anything. So you made it out like I was saying he was Dabo. And I was saying, no, Dabo was an interim too. Don't gatekeep him on interim. All right. Or I'll drive up to Memphis. Hold on a second.
Yeah, well, it ain't going to do you any good because I'm not there, fuckstick.
All right, so I did hear about this. I guess it was on the midday show. That was the first I heard about it. I guess Slim came on and told me that Rec had made a comparison between Brent Key and Dabo Sweeney. And I go, what in the world could the comparison possibly be? And he said that you said that, he was also an interim coach and never a coordinator. That's all I heard from it. But
right.
That was said.
He was trying to invalidate what he did as interim and like gatekeep his success based on him being an interim. I was like, well, Dabo was an interim too, and it worked out. So,
yes, and I said so
just being an interim doesn't mean that you're not going to be a good coach. That was what I was saying.
All right. So you weren't saying that Brent Key is the next Dabo Sweeney then?
I'm saying that.
Huh?
I'm saying that.
Oh! C-Dog says he is saying that. So we do have.
He's the next Saban, actually.
Oh,
well,
Jesus!
I got a bone to pick with C-Dog too. How about you not tell us how to win a rigged ass talent show when none of your videos have even been voted on yet? How about that?
Well, I didn't tell him to do that. He just decided they were so good.
Technically, you should be out of it because not a single person has voted for either one of your videos.
Everyone would have voted for it. They were great.
Yeah, he just wanted to give the other people a chance. It's like an automatic L if you get put up against C-Dog.
I would like to say that Rec Talk's new profile picture looks like Hank Hill. Has anybody seen this?
God dang it, Bobby!
Tech's gonna win
Let
it
me show you
all.
this. Look at him.
Yeah, King of the Hill is great.
Look at this.
I'm happy that you think it looks like Hank Hill.
It does. It looks like Hank Hill if Hank Hill had a cigar in his mouth.
Orange guy on Twitter to do that.
It looks like Hank Hill if he had a brown cock in it.
Frosted Orange made this for me and sent it today, which is a great name if you know anything about the varsity, but because it's the only good thing at the varsity. I'm proud of it. I think it really encapsulates.
There's two tech guys on here. Neither of them likes the varsity.
I do like the artwork. The only thing that's weird about it though is there's no eyes, so that's a little confusing. But
now, see, if I was actually slandering Rec Talk and actually wouldn't be slander, I was just talking about how he kicks people off his live show for no reason because they're apparently unimportant.
Yeah. Bryce Coon, the 247 reporter for LSU, came on, and I just kicked Slim to the curb. And the guy even brought you up later, Slim. He's like, well, why don't we bring that Slim guy back on? I was like, oh, he's a Miami fan. Who cares about him?
Damn.
Yeah, well, I left at that point because as soon as I, after about 10 minutes when I sent that message and you were like, piss off, I was like, well, fuck this guy then.
Yeah,
So
well, I was going to do that anyway. I was going to kick you off anyway, no matter who came in. So
Well,
I expect that shit from somebody that graduated from Georgia Tech.
what's the guy's name that you brought on that you kicked Slim off for again? Say his name.
Bryce Coon.
I would do it too.
He has a YouTube channel that y'all should check out called The Crowded Booth. That's actually really good.
Because he don't know half as much about football as I do.
Uh-oh.
Bryce Coon is actually the biggest Georgia Tech YouTuber.
Yeah, and now he comes.
Well, I would like to say that Bryce Coon should be jealous of Pigskin Pete because I think that Slim is probably more entertaining than Bryce Coon is.
I am very much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You know what? I might kick off Bryce Coon for Slim. What do you think about that?
Bryce has inside information, though.
Oh.
Slim, do you have inside info on
Yeah, probably
anything?
some dude that was inside him.
Damn.
I don't really know what to say about that, but you should check out Bryce Coon.
I will.
Slim, you came in hot. I thought you were actually mad at him.
What kind of content does Bryce Coon have? Is he like straight? Is he like Mark Rogers type, or does he go off the script
He's
some?
professional.
Yeah.
Like he would never.
He's professional. He's,
Well,
he's
I
not
mean,
like us, huh?
Me and Reg Talk have been.
Yeah, he
we've
gets
been
inside
working on
info.
him now. We got him to crack the facade a couple times.
Well, he didn't know we were live one time, and he came in, which could have been a disaster. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
So
are we
he was
live
worried that
right
he was
now?"
going to get canceled.
He didn't know.
Well,
Yeah,
he could
didn't
get
know,
in
so
trouble.
was
Like, he
saying
could lose
stuff
his
that
job.
He was like being casual and saying stuff like that he wouldn't say on camera too. It was funny.
Yeah. So basically, we almost got him fired.
Well, I
Anyway,
can tell you right now. Does he have media credentials through Georgia Tech?
yeah, and now
Yeah.
LSU. Like he'll be at all the Brian Kelly press conferences.
Yeah, he's an LSU fan now.
Look, once you get media credentials, you can't say anything you want to say on the internet anymore. They'll pull your credentials. That's how they hold it over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's doing on my live stream, but I appreciated it.
Right. Well, I mean, to be honest, there's just not that many Georgia Tech creators out there. So,
Well, that's
Yeah.
good for like me and Sea Dog.
Yeah.
There's really no competition.
Dude, me and Rec Talk found this kid the other day that makes Georgia Tech videos.
And I mean kid.
He's like 10 or something.
what's his name? Oh, 10. I want to play him on here, but I don't want to do that.
He makes his videos are great, and he.
What's his name?
His videos like.
When the benchmark for Georgia Tech YouTube is a 10-year-old, that's a fucking.
Oh,
Well,
come on.
What's his
Say
name?
This, for a 10-year-old, the kid knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
we
he
were
knows college
impressed.
football.
We watched his schedule prediction. The kid is smart too. He had us going 8-4.
Well, he roots for
What's
Texas.
his
he's not
channel? I'm
very
gonna
smart.
go fucking troll a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I would never put him through that. I will protect that kid from you at all costs.
What's the
Yeah.
kid's name?
Here, I'll put it in the pro chat.
Just
well,
you can't just
Great,
say
but I
it.
can still read it. Absolutely.
Hey, you don't want to promote his channel, Sea-Dog?
Yeah.
I do.
Is it a secret? Why can't you just say it?
Because it's hard to like say.
Oh, all right. It's one of those.
Georgia Tech jackets, yeah.
Okay.
What's the
Oh, so he's a
DC
two-team.
for?
Well, one thing he needs to do is change his name. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now.
Yeah.
That's not catchy.
No,
Well, he
he's not.
didn't
No, it
consult us.
doesn't have anything to do with Boston College. It's just what he's called. I don't know.
Because Georgia Tech, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody too.
Yeah, you say a lot of things, Slim.
You should watch the schedule preview. Skip to the end where he predicts the Georgia game.
You know
He
what?
took a page.
You know
He took a
what, Rick
page out of
Talk?
Sea Dog's book.
You know what, Rick Talk?
Oh,
You're
that kid
absolutely
really
right.
is like 10 years old.
I do say a lot of things, and they're all 100% true.
Yeah. You're like the inmate in the asylum that thinks he's the doctor.
What?
Like, I'm the physician. I'm not a patient here. That's what you are.
What's his best video?
Go to his. It's like his second to most recent one. It's
the Georgia Tech football 2023 schedule prediction, because that actually fits in
the Georgia game.
That fits in perfectly with what we're doing tonight.
Yeah. We should just go with what he picks.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
he's 10.
He's got the right idea.
Or whatever he is.
We care about our show's integrity. We're not picking him to go 8-4.
I know one win you can mark down.
These two Georgia Tech men have the same level of delusion as a 10-year-old. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm not delusional. I swear to God.
Wait,
No,
where
you're
do you
just
think
high.
he got his ideas from?
You guys are bad influences on him.
No, he's smart.
Actually, I'm not gonna run around and say that. Rick Talk's not high. He's gone so straight, he's even stopped sleeping with men.
He has the same haircut as Sea Dog. It's an epidemic in the Georgia Tech land.
For my Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. So we'll go ahead and just get started. I am on vacation right now, so it's definitely a different.
In 2023, would it be considered child abuse to raise your kid to be a Georgia Tech fan?
Yes.
Man.
For sure. But
I can't believe you said that.
let's go ahead and get into
I can.
it. First off, we have Louisville.
Grow up and see a lot of
I don't want to be
championships at
too
Georgia Tech.
hyped up about it. But
That kid's in for a lifetime of depression.
this one's a W.
Is this his bedroom? I'm watching the video now.
He says no. He's in a hotel room in that video.
I'm you know what?
That's not a
There's
first
no way a
year.
10-year-old has a
Tech
bed that nice.
is a first-year rebuild. If Brinke doesn't go 5-7, in my opinion, and I will make the best of worst-case scenario.
This kid's smart. He's expecting 5-7 or 6-6. Even you're not expecting that. Sea Dog?
I said 6-6 is our floor.
Yeah, well, he's saying 5 or 7 or 6-6 is what he's expecting. Let's go to the end of the video here.
No, he's not. He does not say that.
Hold on, he might be. He really might be delusional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. He's got 8 wins.
Let's go.
Look at this.
He's a young prodigy.
No.
This kid, he has an IQ of 200.
He's a young.
Listen to
he's a young
hey
prodigy.
Luke. He's got Georgia Tech beating North Carolina. Listen to this.
Yes.
He's got Georgia Tech beating Louisville. He's got Georgia Tech. Is that who is that? South Carolina State. Who is it?
Yeah.
South Carolina State.
Bulldogs are going to put up a fight against Georgia Tech.
For some reason, there's no. I think that's an L. You just can't see because it's red. So he says you're losing to Ole Miss. You're beating Wake Forest. Who's that? Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
A win against Bowling Green. Loss to Miami. A win against Boston College. I'll give him that. A win against North Carolina.
Yes.
He's got 3 wins in a row here.
Like we haven't done that 2 years in a row, dude. North Carolina sucks, man. It's not that hard to beat them.
Okay, bud.
Boston College, North Carolina, and Virginia. He's got wins on.
We can beat. Virginia's one of the worst teams in the country. So
were you.
So is Boston College.
And you lost to us 2 years in a row.
Yeah, we did, and we were so embarrassed about it. We got made fun
I
of.
would be too.
I will say this
It's gonna happen
kid.
3 years in a row too.
He is pretty smart. He's got them losing to Clemson, so there is that. A win against Syracuse. Now I don't remember. Let me pull my notes out here. When we did the Syracuse preview, who did we have winning that game?
I think we had Georgia Tech winning.
I feel like we had Syracuse winning that.
I think you might have had Georgia Tech winning it. I don't know.
We had Syracuse going 4-8.
see here.
I thought.
I can't find it.
I mean, Syracuse going 4-8 with a win over Georgia Tech seems pretty sensible to me.
Let's see. Hold on.
No.
No, we had them losing to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
This is pretty shocking though. So he's got losses to Miami, Clemson, Georgia, and Ole Miss, and a win everywhere else. That is shocking.
All those games are winnable. I'm just not sure we're gonna win them all. You know.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
How many losing
We have a
games
lot of
on the schedule? 9.
We have a lot of
might be-
toss-up games this year.
Yeah, and South Carolina
That's why I'm
State
saying your
and Bowling
floor of
Green are
6 and
2
6 is
of them.
delusional.
It's not delusional.
No, because to
You
go
know what
5-7,
floor
we'd have
is?
to lose every single toss-up game. It's just not gonna happen.
You have,
Never
like, 9
fear,
toss-up
Brent
games,
Key
or,
is here.
Like 6 toss-up games, like 3 definite losses.
No more pain or sorrow.
What do you guys think about starting to get into these predictions? Because it takes a while to do these. You guys know the deal.
We should probably do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you put two such contentious teams together. Like we were ever going to have a chance of getting through all those in one show.
Well, since our 10-year-old friend there just helped us out big time with the Georgia Tech, so that shouldn't take long. But let's start with North Carolina, though.
Okay.
All right. So here is the official ACC show panel record prediction for 2023 for the University of North Carolina, a team that a lot of people, not only North Carolina fans or even ACC fans, but a team that a lot of people around the country are keeping an eye on, mainly because of the quarterback position with Drake May. They lost a bunch of guys off of offense last year. But Drake May is still
actually lose that much for them.
Well, of course, the North Carolina man's going to say that. But
he lost 3 starters.
Drake May is still at the top. He's still in the top 3 in the Heisman, isn't he? Odds, I think. Which is
I haven't checked the odds. I'm guessing he's number 2.
I mean, that's kind of ridiculous though, because North Carolina's not going to sniff the top 10, and that's the only way he's got a chance of winning the Heisman.
I'm with you, Slim. The chances that May wins the Heisman are, I mean,
I think he probably should.
Well,
it really depends on everything that happens.
It's the whole we get this debate every year, right? Is it about the best player or the most popular player? Because I guarantee you that no offense to North Carolina, but they're not going to be good enough at the end of the year for Drake May to be in the conversation.
It depends on what you consider in the conversation. I think he could definitely be invited.
Well, it's an outlying situation when somebody like Lamar Jackson, who plays for a team like Louisville, wins the Heisman.
I mean, I'm just talking about him getting invited to New York. Kenny Pickett got invited to New York. Pitt didn't win the national.
Yeah, and he didn't win. He didn't win the Heisman.
I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm saying he's going to be in the conversation.
Again, that's a team. Well, anyway, so to start out the season, this is a game I believe should be played every year. The University of North Carolina versus the University of South Carolina. Now, South Carolina fans probably wouldn't want that.
South Carolina doesn't want to come to Chapel Hill.
What?
This is a tough game to pick for me.
Why doesn't South Carolina want to come to Chapel Hill?
Columbia, and they wouldn't come back to Chapel Hill.
Where is this game being played?
Georgia Tech compatriots.
It's in Charlotte.
Ragtog said he got kicked out. Let him back in.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Why do you have to go and do that and mess me all up? Damn it. I think I kicked myself out of StreamYard too. You guys on YouTube can hear me, but they can't. All right, we're back in business.
There he is.
Sorry, fellas.
There was about to be changes made.
You see what you made me do, Rec Talk? See that?
I'm sorry.
What is the R stand for?
Yeah, we're picking Georgia Tech to go 0-12 now because of that.
All right, back to the games here. North Carolina and South Carolina. This, according to Luke, is in Charlotte, September the 2nd. So week 1. So what is September the 2nd? That's got to be. That's a Saturday game, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday, prime time, 7:30 p.m.
Game day is coming to that game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming that game. I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming that game.
I'm pretty sure you'll be continuously checking out Jackpot's stream of that game.
Probably all of the above. Yeah.
I think South Carolina's got a good shot in this game.
All right, let's go. I'm going to pick last here. Let's go down the list here. We got. Well, let's start with you, Dog.
Don't start with me. I want to hear what everybody else thinks. This is a really hard game for me to pick.
All right, we'll move on to Rec then.
I'll take UNC here.
You know what? I think I'm going to take South Carolina.
Wow.
Usually, North Carolina lays a freaking turd on there in the beginning of the year.
We haven't done that with Mac. That was the Larry Fedora thing where we lost. We won every single year.
I don't know. It seems
y'all
like
tried your best to lose to App State last
year.
That wasn't week 1 though.
Well, week 1 you had Florida
Florida
A&M. Like,
can you give us a reason why you're picking South Carolina, or you just?
Well, I think South Carolina's a good team, and I think they're both going to be good teams. I just think that I don't know. I just think, like I said, North Carolina usually isn't as good in the beginning of the year.
Again, that's a Larry Fedora thing. Mac Brown were terrible at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's about to say.
Yeah, but didn't you guys lose to like Virginia Tech the year before?
Yeah, but that 2021 team was a dumpster fire the whole year. Every other year we won. Week 1 looked fine.
So there's 3 of us left. We still have Slim, me, and Luke. You guys know where I'm going with this, right? I mean, does anybody believe that I'm picking South Carolina to win anything? So I'm picking North Carolina. So and we know Luke's picking North Carolina as well. So right now, I guess
I have a tough time with this game.
Are you going to pick against your Tar Heels to beat the South Carolina? I mean, you can. It's okay. Yeah, if you believe that.
I haven't looked through done my full predictions yet. So, I'll go with Carolina. Well, I guess North Carolina.
I see what you did there.
That wasn't even on purpose, but I guess.
Well, I guess that kind of makes Slim Shady's vote doesn't matter.
Right.
But for shits and giggles, who are you picking, Slim?
Actually, I'm gonna go with South Carolina, and I'll give you a reason why, unlike C-Dog.
Okay.
Well, damn, I gave a reason. Come on.
Yeah, well, a shitty reason, but anyway.
They're not that good in the beginning of the year.
I agree with your point that North Carolina lost a lot of their firepower and offense that Drake May is going to need. And I don't think that North Carolina's offense is all that dissimilar from what South Carolina saw against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We have a better quarterback, but sure.
Yeah, and a lot of the times,
and I agree with that, but that doesn't. I mean, they dropped a 60 burger on Tennessee, and their defense was a little better than yours.
Yeah, South Carolina also loses their entire offensive line and all that stuff.
And also, usually
they
teams
lost a lot.
At the beginning of the year, teams' offenses aren't as good as they are towards the middle and end of the year.
I really believe in our new receivers. We got Tez Walker from Kent State, who's their best receiver. We got Nate McCollum from Georgia Tech, and then we have the guys coming back. They were good last year. So I don't think we're going to see that big a drop-off at receiver. I think our running game will be better because our starting running back was out all year last year with a torn ACL. And so he'll be back. And we lost one offensive lineman, and we got a decent one in the portal. So I believe in the offense. I think the defense will be better. His Gene Tizik isn't a terrible coach. So I think we'll win.
I got to be honest.
You may be right. I just have less questions about South Carolina than I do North Carolina.
If it weren't for May, I think South Carolina would probably beat the shit out of North Carolina, honestly. But I think
the best player off a lot of teams, they won't be as
of
good.
course, and that's true. You're right. But that's also true in this case. And so, but I think Drake May is that good that he can keep them in this game. And I guess I don't know. A South Carolina fan will argue with you and tell you that that's their home away from home. Charlotte, Clemson fans will tell you the same thing. But it's in North Carolina. It is what it is.
Yeah, those safety school chants were pretty loud last time we played in the regular season.
Yeah.
North Carolina's not that intimidating to play in.
Well, considering it's not in Chapel Hill, I don't think it matters.
Right.
Oh, it's not in Chapel Hill?
No, it's in Charlotte.
In Charlotte. We've been over this.
Oh.
All right, so we have to keep moving here. It'll be a 4-hour show. North Carolina is who we picked 3-2. So 1-0 for the Tar Heels. September the 9th, a week later, App State at North Carolina. This is the first home game, I'm assuming, for the Tar Heels?
Yes.
All right. Chase Bryce, who's been playing college football for 25 years.
He is no longer there.
He's not?
No.
Oh, forget that then. I just assumed he was. He's there every year. You know.
It's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Isn't he playing like the USFL or something?
Yeah, I don't even know. This should be a good one, though.
State anymore.
Who is their quarterback now?
I don't know. I think he was a sophomore last year. They're doing like they didn't take a portal quarterback. I know that. So we don't know very much about him.
All right. Well, I'll start then. I'm taking North Carolina.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll take Carolina. App State lost a lot off a team that wasn't that good to begin with.
Well, that's that.
So that does it, huh? So is this a unanimous one, or? I mean, look,
Probably.
App State.
I don't think you're going to sneak up on North Carolina like you did last year. I mean, North Carolina's
at App State.
Ready for them.
Yeah.
The fourth quarter of that game was a disaster for Carolina.
Is Carolina's defense better this year? Because they were all.
It should be, because I really like the portal guys we got.
Well, it's got to be better because there's no way it's worse. There's no possible way it's worse.
But you kept going on all last season about how shitty Gene Chizik is.
I said he's doing a shitty job, but I don't think he's that shitty of a coach. Even if it is the same, we could still beat App State.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think we were 129th defense in the country, so it is almost impossible to be worse.
But you can't be the same.
Hey, well,
and we can be the same and beat App State.
I tend to believe they'll be better, which again isn't a high bar. They were so bad. But all right, so it doesn't really matter. We North Carolina. I think we all have that going their way. All right, so moving on. This is an interesting game, week 3.
It's an odd game, but yeah, it's interesting.
Minnesota at North Carolina. And
That's odd.
That's an odd game. Wow. Does anybody want to start off with this? Because I have no idea where to go with this.
Does anyone know anything about Minnesota?
They lost a lot.
Yeah, they
like
did.
To row their boats.
Yeah,
I know a lot about PJ Fleck. What?
I do think that today PJ Fleck is a better coach than Mac Brown.
Wow. Wow.
Eh.
Wow. That's a hot take.
No, I wouldn't agree
What
with
has
that
Minnesota
statement.
done in PJ Fleck's time there? Maybe
Nothing.
I wouldn't agree with that statement 10 years ago,
I mean,
but I would agree
I'm
with
just
that
thinking about
statement
this now. Has PJ Fleck done anything more than Matt Brown's done in his
well,
tenure
look,
at
to
North
play
Carolina?
devil's advocate here, what has Mac Brown done in his time at North Carolina? Other than recruit
Won more
pretty
games
well.
than PJ Fleck.
Right. Well, I think both of their grand list of accomplishments is 0 at their respective schools. Well, at least the last time around, anyway.
I mean, New Year's Six Bowl appearance is more than TJ Fleck is. PJ Fleck.
Well, okay, so there you go. That's a good point.
Minnesota
Did
was
Minnesota
9-4
make a
last
New
year.
Year's Six game like a couple of years ago?
I don't think they did. No, they were good. They didn't make New Year's Six.
They went to the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl last year, though.
Yeah, and they played
Beat
Syracuse.
Hey, shout out to Bad Boy Mowers. I have one of those.
Of course you do.
Yeah, since PJ Fleck has been there, they've gone to 4 bowls, and all of them are mediocre
Hey, it's a
bowls,
damn
except
good
the Outback.
lawnmower, sir.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. They are cool mowers. All right, so this is interesting though. I don't know. Let me see if I can find an early line. There's probably not a line out on that game yet, if I had to guess.
There should be.
You think there is?
I said there should be.
Yeah.
They're not. Somebody dropped the ball.
I'm with you guys. I just don't know enough about Minnesota's roster in 2023. I do know they lost a bunch of some of their key players, but of course you could say that for virtually every team.
For the Steelers now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a bad thing because he was wildly mediocre.
Let's see here.
Oh, I was wrong. They're over under 7.5 for this season, Minnesota.
Yeah, what did they win last year? 9 games, I think.
They went 9-4 last year, but I don't think
Carolina versus South Carolina's going up. Look at that.
Yeah, South Carolina, North Carolina is 1.5.
It opened at a half point, didn't it, for Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep saying Carolina. That I need to be specific. But, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, North Carolina's favored in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
so-
been favored since it opened.
Not much of a line.
It's a favorite. They're probably getting that because it's in North Carolina, but I don't know. I'm actually I've picked North Carolina to beat South Carolina and App State, which, by the way, they're more likely to go 1-1 in those two games in any order you want to put them in than they are 2-0. So I'm gonna give this to Minnesota here. I'm gonna say North Carolina takes their first loss. What say you, Sea Dog?
At Minnesota?
Well, it's in North Carolina, but yeah, Minnesota.
I don't know anything about Minnesota, to be honest. So I'd feel weird picking them. You know?
All right, so you're taking the heels.
I think I might just go with North Carolina.
Okay. Slim.
I mean, to me, 1.5 favorite. You're a dog anywhere else in the country. Give me Minnesota.
That was not this game, Slim.
That's literally what he said.
That was for the South Carolina game. Not
Yeah,
the
no,
Minnesota game.
that was against South Carolina.
Okay, I thought you were. Well, what was the line for this game?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Still give me Minnesota. I'm gonna stand by my statement. I think this day in 2023, Mac Brown is the lesser of the two coaches.
All right, so it's 2-1 right now. Rec Talk.
Minnesota lost 3 key players to the NFL last year, so I'm going to go with North Carolina.
Okay. So it's 2-2 now. I guess the tiebreaker is a North Carolina man.
Obvious which way this is going.
Well, we'll see.
I think we're going to go 2-1 in this stretch, and I picked us to beat South Carolina and App State, so I guess I have to pick Minnesota.
Oh, look at that!
Uh-oh.
Dang.
All right. Well, at least he's honest.
I'm trying to be objective here. I'm not like Sea-Dog and going to pick my team. You guys 12-0.
I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to pick us to beat North Carolina.
I'm telling you.
Just FYI for later in this show, I'm in a trolling mood.
Okay.
We're going to have to because it's going to skew the panel too much if they let the Georgia Tech men run wild.
No, I know exactly what our record is going to be. 5-7 because there's 2 Tech mans and 3 haters. So that's
You're going to go 5-7. That unrealistic though.
All right, here we go. Moving on to Pittsburgh the week after. So this is the first true road game for the Tar Heels coming in week 4 because the first game's a neutral site game.
Pitt. There's going to be nobody there.
They get 3 games in the state of North Carolina to start the season out. Right, one of them's in Charlotte.
Say North Carolina very
God,
much.
what's with this Gators type schedule?
Jesus. Yeah. Then they travel to Pittsburgh. Well, let's start with Sea Dog on this one. I know how much he hates Pittsburgh.
So much. I just love these guys so much. I wish they could both win. But I'd probably go with North Carolina.
Well, that's not a shocker at all. Rec Talk.
This is where I have UNC taking their first stumble. I think Narduzzi's a better coach, not necessarily a better recruiter. And Narduzzi won for what Collins did to him.
The Mac Brown slander in this episode is crazy.
But warranted.
I mean, he's 100 years old. He needs to retire.
Oh, Mac Brown had a press conference today and gave this whole spiel about how people are negatively recruiting because he's old. And he said he's not leaving anytime soon.
Is there
of college football?
If we cut open Mac Brown like that first shark from Jaws, will a 10-year-old kid spill out of him?
He's lost a little weight. He's getting in better shape.
I have a serious question. How come Pat Narduzzi isn't labeled the biggest crybaby in the ACC? How come it's Dabo? Is it because Dabo wins a lot? Because I every time the only news stories I ever read about Pat Narduzzi is him crying about something.
He loves to cry.
Well,
yeah.
But does he have a point?
I've said the same thing about Nick Saban for years. There is no bigger crybaby in college football. And that's a well-defended title.
Now
he's got some valid points to make.
Well, first of all, I'm being facetious when I'm calling him a crybaby because I don't believe that saying something you believe in is crying, and I believe that's what Pat and a lot of what he says I actually agree with.
No, but I know what you're saying. Like he doesn't get the criticism that Dabo does. Is what?
Well,
you're saying. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
just because nobody cares. I
mean, you know what? It's funny, but that's probably part of it.
It's definitely part of it. Yeah.
Funniest part about Pat Narduzzi is he cries about tampering, then tampers with another team's quarterback.
Who did he tamper with?
The quarterback on his team, Phil Dracovic.
Boston College.
How do you know he tampered with?
Dracovic entered the portal and committed to Pitt that day.
How do you know that's tampering, though?
Because you're not allowed to contact someone until they're in the portal. You think he just committed on the spot?
Yeah, that happens with us with Ole Miss a lot. Those bastards keep taking our players.
Well, and I gotta love Pitt for knocking Miami out of a bowl last year.
And Miami knocked themselves out of a bowl. They gave up at that point.
Yeah, that's what every team that loses says. We didn't really lose it. We didn't want it. Didn't try.
All right, so far we have one for North Carolina and one for Pittsburgh. Is that right? Wait.
I think Sea-Dog's the only one that picked, and he said Pitt, right?
Yes, Sea-Dog said...
Or no, he said Carolina.
Yeah, he said Carolina. Rec Talk, you said...
Pitt.
Yeah, so we're tied there. Slim.
Give me North Carolina.
All right.
Gresham.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I'm going to take Pittsburgh because it's in Pitt. That's the only reason. So we're back to tied. So it's a North Carolina man gets to break the tie again. Now, I don't know this time if he's going to pick against his own team, especially against Pitt.
So you should have made him go first, and then
I should have, yeah.
Last.
I mean, we've owned Pitt since they joined the ACC, except for Sam Howell, who's a terrible fit against Pat Narduzzi's defense. And I think Drake May is a great fit to play against that defense, so I'll go with Carolina.
All right, so right now, according to the ACC panel, we have North Carolina starting out 3-1, which is pretty damn good. Based on the fact that you play 2 Power 5 teams out of conference in that first 4 games and a pretty good Group of 5 team in App State. So things are looking up for the Tar Heels. And this is very scientific, by the way. All you people that think we don't know what we're talking about, just go back and watch last year's predictions. We were so close. It would blow your mind.
And for people that call me biased, we got Carolina exactly right last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Florida
I'm
State.
absolutely right about all my picks. Just ask me.
Nobody outside of the ACC show picked Florida State to go 9-3 last year, except for us, and we were right. So here's that.
Now we're saying that them being ranked number 3 is too high, and that's ridiculous. Who the hell would rank them at number 3?
Well, that's just silly.
It is silly.
That's silliness.
It is. People take it too far.
Yeah, they can't just be like, they might be a fringe top 10 team. They have to go right to being number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's silliness. All right, let's move on. We're going to be here all night. Syracuse at North Carolina. So another home game for the Tar Heels. I know I did. I picked North Carolina to beat Syracuse in our Syracuse prediction, so I'll just go ahead and start there. I don't know if everyone else remembers what they picked that night, but give me the Tar Heels in this one.
Yeah, I'll
that night, so
probably
give me North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'll probably contradict myself a lot throughout this, but I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
I think that pretty much does it. Is there anybody not picking North Carolina? Let's start there. That'd be easier,
No,
probably.
give me heels.
Yeah. All right, so unanimous there. Not if you couldn't tell, well, not just based on the 4-8 record prediction we had for the Syracuse, but the ACC panel not very high on the Orangemen for 2023, and that's really for good reason. It's not just hate. Like nobody hates Syracuse, and maybe if you're a basketball fan, you do. But nobody's running around hating Syracuse football. All right, so it's definitely not that.
I hated them when they had Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This is an interesting one here. Another home game. Do they play at home in the second half of the season at all? Jesus Christ. It seems like every game's at home.
Yeah.
What do they have, 9 home games? What is going on here? How many home games do they have? 7? Shit. Anyway, back in Chapel Hill, the Hurricanes, October the 14th. Now, they still haven't had their bye yet, have they? No. Yes.
No, I think Miami's coming off a bye.
No,
going into Chapel Hill.
Yeah, so North Carolina, they have a bye after the Pitt game, before the Syracuse game. So, all right. So, October the 14th, Miami travels to Chapel Hill. Sea-Dog, what you got?
North Carolina always beats Miami's ass. So. That's what I'm expecting this year.
There you go. Who got Rick?
I'm never going to pick Miami to win anything. Give me the heels.
Wow. All right. Slim.
Well, as much as it pains me, Sea-Dog's statement's true. North Carolina's been the thorn in our side.
Holy shit. Well, that does it. I was hoping to be the tiebreaker, but it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm taking Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I know that you go with the trend, right? I think the trend has to be broken at some point. This is going to be a battle of the two quote-unquote best quarterbacks in the ACC. And I know right now I can already hear the Florida State fans going, what about Jordan Travis? I still think that probably Van Dyke and May, probably the two best quarterbacks in the conference.
I would agree with that.
And nothing against Jordan Travis. I mean, he, for all we know, he might go out there and have a Heisman-type season. And he's right there, too. But I'm looking at how I've been picking these games for North Carolina, and I can't believe right now that we have them 4-1. That's just silly. So I'm going to take Miami in this just by the law of averages here. I don't see North Carolina winning more than 7 or 8 games, or 8 games probably this year. So I got to figure out a way to make that happen. And in order for that to happen, they have to lose to Miami. So
you think
I see Miami right at the same spot, and I basically had to do the same thing.
You think that they're going to be worse this year?
Who?
North Carolina?
Maybe not worse of a team, but maybe a worse record. I don't know. I'm sitting right around 8 or 9 wins for North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sort of. You should let Luke back in.
Oh, I didn't know he was going.
See, to me, it's hard for me to pick Miami because I think they're a wild card. I mean, I know Miami's going to have a better record. Do they have the talent to win 10 games? Sure. But is it probably going to be more around 7 or 8? Yeah, probably.
Pete, 7 or 8 wins?
I said 8 or 9, but I'm leaning around 8.
So you think we're going to be worse than last
7 or
year?
5, maybe.
Well, you don't have to be worse than last year to have a worse record necessarily. It depends on who you're playing. You know where you're playing them and what time of the year and all that.
I agree.
So. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The panel has spoken. Who didn't get to give their pick? Well, Luke, we know who you're going with. You're going with North Carolina.
Rex, we beat the hell out of Miami for like 5 years straight. So,
Rex, who are you picking?
What I cut out. What game are we picking?
Miami traveling to Chapel Hill on October the 14th.
Oh, I said, yeah, I'm never picking Miami to win.
Yeah, that's right. You did say that.
Give me the Hills.
Oh.
All right. So anyway,
it
doesn't.
Home game. They're like Georgia.
It doesn't matter what I think. They do have Miami's number lately. But again,
how many in a row is it? We beat them every year since 2019. So that's what.
Yeah,
4 or
that's
5
only
in a
like
row?
this, like 3 years. It's not like a 10-game, 11-year win streak or something. You know what I mean?
I mean,
No, but
4
like I
games
said,
in a row is a
North
lot more to go
Carolina-
off of. We have a winning
North
record
Carolina
against them all time.
has been a thorn in our side since we joined the conference. No explanation, no real reason. I mean, Miami was immensely more talented in 04 when they joined, and North Carolina still beat us.
All right, so but nonetheless, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 for the Tar Heels to start out the first half of the season. I'd say that's pretty damn good.
Here comes the easy part.
There's I mean, there's not a single Miami or North Carolina fan out there that's being honest with themselves that would not be happy to start that schedule out 5-1. Nobody.
Yeah, but like Luke said, Mac Brown likes to fuck it up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's going to they run into Georgia
Yeah, we
Tech.
started 9-1 last year.
Yeah, until they ran into my Jackets.
This is the reason that I really wanted to pick Miami against North Carolina, because outside of the Clemson game left on the schedule, I don't see a loss on North Carolina's schedule. Just according to
I
me.
think we're going 10-2 this year. Just spoiler that. But.
So anyway, the next week, another home game for the Tar Heels.
We did only have like 5 home games last year. So
what do you got? You got like 9 home games this year. It's weird.
We leave the Carolinas twice, I think.
You do
We go
have
to South
8. You
Carolina.
actually do have 8 games at home this year, don't you? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the one in Charlotte. So 7 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we
Anyway.
go to South Carolina, we go to Raleigh. So we leave the Carolinas twice.
Well, I pretty much showed my cards already, so I'll lead off from here on out. It doesn't really matter. We need to blow through this so we can get the Georgia Tech schedule. North Carolina and Virginia in Chapel Hill on October the 21st. I'm taking the Tar Heels. I don't think this will be particularly close. So there's that. Is anybody picking Virginia?
No,
We usually lose in Virginia, but this isn't in Virginia.
Huh?
So no faith in your former offensive coordinator?
No. Not to win this game.
Done a terrible job.
Who's your quarterback this year? Tony Muskett, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Which is a funny name.
Clemson transfers, though.
For a quarterback, Musket.
Yeah. He'd like to be like Shotgun or something.
Yeah,
like
right.
Muskett.
So is anybody picking Virginia here? No.
No.
So 6 and 1.
Next one's easy.
Okay. Again, I'm sticking with the theme that I just said. Outside of Clemson, I'm picking North Carolina to win every game in the second half of the season. So of course I'm picking them to beat Georgia Tech. Sea-Dog.
That's ridiculous, dude.
North Carolina.
We have absolutely owned North Carolina. I mean, I don't even know.
Listen, Pete said beating a team 4 years in a row is barely owning them. 2 years in a row. I don't know what that is.
They have no answer for our defensive coordinator. We shut down their overrated freaking offense every.
Well, considering we have a new O coordinator
Every
this year,
single
it's
time,
not going to work the same.
We beat them last year under the most unbelievable circumstances. Did I reveal that to you guys? Did I tell you guys that? I know I told Slim.
What?
You said you had. You said you heard stuff but didn't tell us what it
I
was.
need to tell you too. I can't tell you in public because I had it's like inside information that a guy close to the program.
Can you just type it in the private chat and I won't say what it is?
I'll tell you after the show. Yeah. But I
Type it in
mean,
the private chat,
we just look. I don't even care what you think. There are some teams in the ACC that have each other's number. Virginia has had our number. We got something figured out about North Carolina.
2 wins in a row is not
Collins beat.
They have no answer to our defensive coordinator. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care. We're beating North Carolina. We own them.
Hey.
We beat You got blown off the field by Jeff Collins, dude.
45-22, he beat
And
you.
you got, and then
All right,
and
so
then
we
last
so we
year you
know.
lose, and
So Sea Dog's picking Georgia Tech, and so is Rec, right?
Sea Dogs can have nothing to be happy about.
100%.
I mean, I've gone on this speech 100 times. I've gotten on this speech 100 times. We went in there last year with the third and fourth string quarterback into Chapel Hill and whooped them.
Slim, you get the tiebreaker because me and Luke are picking North Carolina, so you get the tiebreaker, Slim.
North Carolina.
Oh,
Slim nose ball.
wow.
Of course.
Got that one wrong.
We'll see.
ACC show.
Rec Talk, you want in on the crow bet too?
What's the crow bet?
You have to eat an
Whoever
actual
loses
crow.
this game, they have to, either me or Luke is going to have to eat actual crow on the ACC show.
You're gonna eat a crow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made this bet. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, whoever loses this game, one of us is eating crow.
Where are you gonna? First of all, hold on. Now you don't open up a bag of worms. Where are you getting the crow from?
I have no idea.
To be determined.
That's- I'm not going to have to worry about that.
I mean, you can't just walk into Publix and get a crow.
C-Dog's going to shoot one off the power lines in front of his house.
That's I'm not going to have to worry about it at all. That's what.
I'm
that's
not even have to worry about it. That's Sea Dog's problem.
Luke's going to have to figure out because we're not losing them.
Is crow hunting legal in city limits? I mean, can you just like shoot a crow off of a power line?
Well, Luke's going to find out.
Rec Talk, you want in on this? So both of you can eat crow on the ACC show?
Sure, because I'm more confident we're beating you than the sun will rise tomorrow.
That's gonna be good watching both.
We're
of you
just
crow.
not-
We're
we're
gonna
just
do it.
not-
We're gonna have to alternate weeks where
We
they
are
eat crow
just
to have the
not
segment.
losing to North Carolina.
Okay.
It's just not happening.
I'm looking for my. I'm circling this date on my calendar. I want to see somebody eat a crow.
I can't wait to see Luke eat.
So you're gonna get to see two people eat a crow.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Luke counts for two fucking people.
See, me and Pete got it best because we're going to sit back at the Slob Olympics drinking on these two goofballs. And then we get to sit back on the ACC show and watch them eat crow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna know us.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Whose idea was it to eat crow?
It was a random comment on Sea Dog's channel.
It was a random commenter. It was a guy who is actually a Georgia Tech graduate, and he comments on me. He comments on me and Rec Talk's videos, and he keeps begging us to make this bet with him. And it's
He
like,
must know. We might have to get in contact with him, or you might have to get in contact with him when he lives
think
the
he
bet. 'Cause
knows?
He must know a place.
yeah, I'll put you in touch with him, Luke. I'll put you in touch with him.
Y'all would be great for each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with him. He'll reveal to you where
You might as well get his number now. You're gonna need him. Start
Yeah.
looking into it.
Yeah.
I could probably supply you with a dead crow if needed. I'm just saying.
I can as well.
Yeah.
And I have access to dry ice. To be able to ship it.
If I were Luke and I were having to eat crow, I would prefer it be already prepared, not just given a dead crow. But
I wonder if they're.
Well, look, this isn't Kansas City Steaks, sir. Okay.
I'm not sure what Luke is going to prefer.
Yeah, well, listen, if you want me to cook you a fucking meal, I'm going to charge you.
I don't know. Is it even legal to ship dead fowl?
I don't think it is.
You can ship food, so I mean, why not?
I guess
You're
so.
gonna have to defeather that thing, though.
I mean, I'll pluck it for you. I'll be nice.
Fucking YouTube wet market over here. All right. I think we got
what?
So now we have North Carolina going 7-1 to start the season. Next they have their quote unquote cupcake game, yet another home game for the Tar Heels.
7-1 so crazy, by the way. We started 9-1 last year.
Yeah, it's coming to an end after you meet Georgia Tech. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I've got North Carolina beating Campbell, the soup company.
It doesn't matter who they're freaking. It doesn't matter if you put Patrick Mahomes at quarterback for North Carolina.
Wait a minute. They're going to beat up Tiny Tim and the Campbell Soup Kids?
Yes, the soup school is going down.
I almost played football at Campbell, by the way. So I turned him down.
I was about to say this is the last home game for North Carolina this season, but no, it's not.
Hey, we have to go to Bobby Dodd and play in front of 15 people the week before.
You do end the season with 2 away games, though.
Asses handed to you is what.
Those 15 people are going to be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
They won't be.
Handed to you.
All right, so
We beat you at the Benz.
Georgia Tech makes a Miami crowd look impressive.
I'm going to expedite this.
The Benz will beat you on the
The
freaking.
Georgia Tech players have interviews talking about how they like.
We'll
road
beat you
games.
at your overrated
College
freaking
football game.
stadium with your 100-year-old coach, with your all-world quarterback. It doesn't freaking matter. We're gonna beat you. It doesn't
me
matter what
Campbell.
the ACC
Heck with
panel
them.
thinks. It does
Already
Them
not.
being so
North
confident is going to
Carolina.
make this so much funnier, and we beat them.
All right,
Yeah.
let's. So we've all got North Carolina beating Campbell, right? We can agree on that.
I think they
Okay.
lose to Campbell.
Next,
Campbell.
the November the 11th, Duke and North Carolina.
Loss.
Duke.
He's just going to pick a loss for the
picking
rest of
Duke.
the
Wow. Yeah, I'm picking North Carolina.
I know what I'm going to do for the Georgia Tech schedule now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I'm just trying to
North
make up for
Carolina.
because they should be 8-2 or whatever at this point. I'm just trying to make up for that
All right. Well,
blunder.
but
I mean,
Trying to
Duke
make up for that
Duke
blunder.
was kind of impressive last year, so I mean, I would not be shocked at all if Duke went in there and upset them.
You want to talk about a team that owns somebody? Carolina football and Duke football. Carolina.
Okay, and that's fine, but that doesn't.
Duke's better
after
coach.
what I saw out of Duke last year, all season, I would not be shocked.
you hear what Sea Dog said?
Either, but I think
Sea Dog said that Duke is better coached.
Yeah, you're damn right. Duke's better coach than a lot of teams.
Yeah, Duke's better coach than Georgia Tech.
Shit, maybe we beat them though. But yeah,
We beat 'em
maybe.
too.
All right, so we got 2 for Duke and 2 for North Carolina. I guess Slim's the tiebreaker.
Slim picked North Carolina.
He did?
No, actually, no, I didn't pick anybody. All I said was
You said
I would not be surprised if Duke won the game. Hell, fucking give me Duke.
Oh shit! That's a big fat L. What do you think about that, Luke?
I disagree.
Well, I do
Scales
too.
have been- the scales have been balanced somewhat.
Wow. Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like Duke's solid. They're gonna upset somebody this year.
Well,
Duke's really good. I don't think it'd be that big an upset if they beat us. So.
all right.
gonna
So we are
somebody.
currently 8 and
They're gonna
2
beat
for
the
the
shit out
Tar
of
Heels.
Georgia Tech.
They then travel to Death Valley for one of their very few away games of the year, where they're going to get absolutely destroyed. So there is that.
There's a good chance I'll be there.
So Clemson,
He'll be there with a belly full of crow.
Sea Dog, Clemson and North Carolina, and this is the week before. Hold on.
It's the week before we go to NC State.
I think Clemson
Yes.
probably goes undefeated this year.
A week before Thanksgiving. You think Clemson goes undefeated? Well, that's a hot take.
I haven't seen their schedule, but
Yeah.
they probably go undefeated.
Okay.
I think you're going to return to form that we're used to.
So
this year.
you're picking Clemson against North Carolina. Is anybody not picking Clemson? Let's start there. That's the
Red
easiest.
Talk dropped out. I think he might be in the back room.
Okay.
Come here, Lucy. Come here.
Yeah, Clemson wins that game.
Yeah, Clemson's beating North Carolina.
I'll take Clemson. I'm not delusional.
So we got back-to-back
Like certain
losses.
people here.
Back-to-back
Oh
losses.
yeah. I'm not picking anybody to beat Clemson.
And last but not least, I've already let my hand be known.
Tar Heels.
This is sort of similar to South Carolina with me. NC State. There's just no way I'm picking NC State to win anything. This game is in NC State though. It's not in Chapel Hill.
NC State
Give me
has been
3 in a
years
row
one of the
losses for
luckiest
North Carolina.
possible.
Oh, wow.
You mean like they did last year? That seems reasonable.
Ooh.
Actually, last year was 4 in a row. Get your facts straight.
Oh, sorry. I shorted you on losses. Yeah, it was 4 in a row.
Yeah, give me
All right.
NC State.
Yeah.
So we got NC State from Slim. Pete says North Carolina. Sea Dog says.
We already know who C-Dog says.
Hey, I'm thinking about it, but you want to push me to one extreme.
Yeah.
I'm not just picking against them for every time, okay?
Who?
I'm not just picking against North Carolina every time.
Who said that?
I mean, you literally picked Campbell to beat us.
Okay. Well, Those Camels are, they're sneaky.
So you're picking the Wolfpack. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll probably go North Carolina.
Oh, Wreck.
He picked NC State.
Oh,
no, I didn't. I didn't say. What is their record at this point? Are they 2 losses?
I've got them at 3.
We collectively have them at 3 losses now. We have them losing to Minnesota, Duke, and Clemson.
This is tough because NC State is also horrible in their last few games of the year. But give me the Tar Heels in this one.
So I guess that's it.
You already know who I'm taking.
Yeah. So that's it. So we have them finishing up. Well, Slim, who'd you pick? Just for.
Oh, I was serious. They're going to lose 3 in a row to end the season.
All right, but so it's unanimous. Well, it's majority wins there. We got North Carolina winning this one. So
we have them at 9-3.
9-3. So I got shamed and embarrassed at the beginning of this conversation because I said I thought they would go 9-3 or 8-4, but that's where we have them.
7-5 or 8-4.
Yeah, you said so.
No, he said that for Miami.
Yeah, he said that for North Carolina.
I thought he said 8 or 9 wins.
I did.
That's what he said. Yeah.
I
eventually corrected himself to 8 or 9.
I corrected myself immediately after saying 7 to 8 or 9. But I'm leaning.
It'll probably be 8
I've got them at 8 wins, so I mean, me and Pete are not far off.
Yeah, I have them at 8 wins. So, but collectively we have them at 9. So there you go. It's official.
We all know who the freaking 4th loss is going to be to.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
They said no, we don't.
We do.
All right.
There isn't going to be a 4th loss. That's the issue.
There sure is. There might be more.
Yeah. No, Sea-Dog's right. We all know that they're going to lose to Clemson. We all know that they're going to lose to Clemson. Yes, we all know that.
Honestly, though, Clemson or North Carolina, rather, under Mac Brown and Clemson have had some close games. You remember that? What year was that? Was that 2019? 18 or 19?
It was 19, yeah.
The 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Georgia Tech. Now, this one ought to be fun.
Was it the first play of the game where De'Ami Brown blew past A.J. Terrell? I forget. That was a fun game until we lost.
Yeah. That was in Chapel Hill as well.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So we officially have North Carolina at 9-3.
I think that's pretty realistic. I have them at 10-2, though.
Well, so right now we have Syracuse at 4-8, Virginia Tech at 6-6, and North Carolina
How did we have Virginia
9-3.
Tech at 6-6, by the way? I wasn't. Virginia Tech might be the worst team in the ACC this year.
Well, I wasn't there for that, so I can't tell you.
Virginia and Boston College might be worse. At least
Virginia Tech might be worse than them.
You think so?
I mean, they took a transfer quarterback, and you can't beat out Grant Wells.
I don't think Virginia Tech's going to be worse than Virginia.
I don't either. I think Virginia's going to be the
I think they're going to be pretty even fighting for that last spot in the ACC.
Yeah, but Virginia can't beat Virginia Tech, so you got to be.
Where do the other 5 wins come from?
You'll see.
All right, moving on to Georgia Tech.
Let's go.
September the 1st. Is that a Friday game?
Yeah.
It is.
A Friday night prime time game. Louisville at. Is this a neutral site game or is this in Bobby Dodd?
No, it's at the Benz, which is basically a home game, but it's
right.
quote unquote neutral.
Yeah,
site.
Georgia Tech plays well in the Benz. The past 2 years they have.
Oh yeah, you know all about that.
North Carolina knows.
And Clemson knows about that too. That was a close game for a while.
Yeah, it was.
That was when Pete broke his headphones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Dabo's on the sideline, white in the face.
Yeah, that was when I broke my headphones.
Yellow Jackets are scaring him half to death. That always cracks me up. I can't wait till he finally. It is so funny when it pans over to him. He's sweating and he's white. He's like pale white. It cracks me up every time.
Was that 2 years ago? Whenever they had that delay that was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Remember that?
The game was 14-8.
Yeah, we were streaming the game together, and then I eventually just gave up and was like, you know what? I'm about to go to a cookout. Just fucking shut the stream down because it was like 2 hours.
I took over, and that was the biggest stream I've ever had.
Yeah.
People couldn't get a hold of the game, I guess. So they were watching my show. They were getting pissed at me. They were like, "Will you show the game?" I'm like, "No."
All right, so I'm just out of the gate here. I'm taking the Yellow Jackets to win in Atlanta to open the season against Louisville.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Well, I'm curious. Are you not one of these people that thinks Louisville is going to be really good or some kind of dark horse?
I don't. No. You hit the nail on the head. I do not believe that at all. I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know what to think about him because Jeff Brom is a good coach, but it is his first year.
Louisville's breaking in 25 transfers, and this is their first game.
Yeah,
so I'm going to take Georgia Tech.
I don't get the Louisville hype as much as everybody else. I really don't.
Apparently it's because they've taken in a ton of transfers.
Yeah, but that's not good for the first game. They have to gel together and all that stuff.
They had a lot of players leave. And a lot of players come in, so I don't know. But a lot of people think that they're going to do something, so anything short of that situation, I think it's going to be a close game either way. But
I mean, they've been surviving on dynamic offensive weapons for the past couple of years, and here's what I need to see: is Louisville going to have a defense that's worth a shit? Because they haven't had one for a long time.
And Malik Cunningham's gone too, and that's not an easy. That's not an easy role to fill there.
Sounds like North Carolina.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, they had the best. Didn't they have the most sacks in the ACC last year?
Yeah, how many points did they give up a game though?
I can Google it.
I mean, sack is one stat. That's great.
It's hard to be a terrible defense when you sack people the most in the conference.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're number one in sacks, but 120th in everything else, it's
Exactly. I mean, that means you might have one or two dynamic edge rushers or something to get you all that stat. That's not a team stat.
Yeah, and they had Malik Cunningham absolutely carrying their offense.
Right.
Which he's done. So.
And changing to wide receiver, have you seen that?
What?
Yeah.
No. What happened?
Cunningham changing to wide receiver or trying to.
In the NFL?
What, in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, Louisville was 10th in the country in points per game.
Louisville's fastest wide receiver transferred to Miami. I know that.
They asked Cunningham about what he thought about changing to wide receiver. He said, "I've never run a route in my life."
By the way, Louisville was 10th in the country in defensive points per game.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I stand corrected. I'm still taking the Yellow Jackets. What do you say, Slim?
Wait,
Louisville.
I didn't pick. This is a really.
Because you don't matter.
Damn.
Go ahead, C-Dog.
This is a really tough game. I've gone back and forth with this all off season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, I think I'm gonna roll with the Yellow Jackets. I think Brent Key can get it done. We've got a little more continuity than Louisville does.
It's always fun to listen to the Georgia Tech fans pick these games because I'm trying to figure out if they believe what they're saying or if they're just saying it because they have to.
You picked them. You picked them to win too.
I know I did, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still trying to figure out what you're thinking.
I mean, you're talking about them winning 8 games. You can't act like you're not delusional.
Well, wait a minute. You're talking about continuity on the coach. You're talking about continuity on the coaching staff. You have one more person than Louisville that makes up your continuity on your coaching staff. That's it. Everybody else has changed.
No, our entire defensive staff is.
That's a good thing.
Our entire defensive staff is staying. Our offense was putrid last year. It can't get any worse than last year.
So was your defense.
Oh, I said this about many
Our
of you.
defense was not terrible last year. I don't want to hear it. It was really good.
Ask Clemson, ask North Carolina.
Ask Miami.
Yes, I know. I get it. We got blown out a couple times. Well, there's only so much your defense can do. The Georgia defense would give up points if they were freaking getting the ball on the 50-yard line, and the offense goes 3 and out every time. We had
Pete,
you have to be a little bit football smart.
Pete, I agree with your take that Louisville's not some dark horse, but they do have a better coach, and Georgia Tech is that much worse.
What a joke.
They definitely have a better coach, but they're breaking
What
out
a
a lot
joke.
of players, so I'll take Georgia Tech.
What do you think,
It
Greg?
looks like I tell you what I think. If there is a must-win game on this schedule for Georgia Tech, I think it's this Louisville game to open up.
I agree with that.
One of us takes Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's winning the game on this because both of them are picking Georgia Tech every time.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Rick. I think this is a huge game for them.
No, this is a crossroads for sure, right off the bat.
This isn't really the type of game you want to open with, honestly, based on the rest of your schedule. You'd rather have this towards the end of the year, but it's, it really could be the difference between them making a bowl game and not. Seriously.
Right.
No,
you're right.
It definitely could. And for that reason, I think Key's going to have this team ready. This is going to be something they're looking at all off season. Georgia Tech is a better team than they were last year. We don't know if Brent Key is as good or better or worse of a coach than Louisville's coach because we just hadn't seen him be a head coach that long.
Well, we know Louisville's coach is a good head coach. And
he is very good.
Coach.
He is very good. I'm just saying Key is an unknown as far as
even if Key ends up being a really good coach, he's probably not going to be great in his first year. So I think
when we get around to doing the Florida State prediction, I want you to remember what you said about all these transfers and people having a gel, because that's Florida State every year.
You act like their roster is entirely made of, and like Mike Norvell's
like
still
75% of their roster is transferred.
Well, hold on. He's
still been building that team from
how did we get to Florida
year
State?
over year?
Yeah, first of all, Slim, who are you addressing? You talking about me? Because I'm not high on I'm not as high on Florida State as everybody else is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You're arguing with a straw man. You're trying to argue with these people that think Florida State is going to be a top 3 team, but nobody here thinks that.
No.
Yeah, none of us here are Florida State fans. We're not that delusional.
I know Pete's not saying Florida State.
I think they'll be similar.
Team, but Pete has said on this show, this is probably about a month ago, that he thought it would be Florida State and Clemson in the ACC championship.
Yeah, I do believe that. Yeah.
It will be.
That's absolutely
it will
crazy.
Be. What?
Yeah, it's going to be
All right,
Clemson,
we
North
can't.
Carolina again.
Okay, we got to save this conversation for another time.
We got derailed.
Yeah.
Call me a
You have
homer.
some-
First game.
Call me a homer, but give me the Jackets to open up the year in a close one. Late score. Get the win
It's
over
going to be a
Louisville.
close one.
I think that does it. That does it. That's 3 for Tech.
I mean, again, only one of the other ones has to pick Georgia Tech for it to be Georgia Tech. Because they've both been picking.
You realize by the time this ends, we're going to have Georgia Tech at like maybe 2 losses.
That is
No.
not going to happen. You're going to see really quickly that that's not happening.
You're going to see it on my end really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, me, Slim, and Pete are going to have to pick Georgia Tech to lose a lot.
They might go on a 5-game losing streak as far as I'm concerned. Here, let's go.
Just keep it going.
All right. So we got so starting out the season 1 though, according to the ACC panel, not bad. Georgia Tech, with a win. South Carolina State at Georgia Tech. Give me the Yellow Jackets on September the 9th.
Yeah, that's a win.
Hey, Bulldogs are tough. They won the Celebration Bowl 2 years ago.
I don't know. They're no Campbell.
They beat Jackson State, who might be better than Georgia Tech. Jackson State with Dion.
What? You say Jackson State's better than Georgia Tech?
Jackson State with Dion might have been, but I'll take Georgia Tech.
South Carolina State is the second best team. The second best team in the state of South Carolina after Clemson. So there is that.
Yeah,
The
Jackets.
Furman disrespect is crazy.
All right. Is anybody not picking Georgia Tech to win this?
Me.
All right, you.
All right.
All right.
I like it, Slim.
So Georgia Tech, then. So 2-0 start for the Jackets, and then reality sets in.
The Ole Miss next.
On the road.
On the road at Ole Miss. Give me
Ole Miss and their 17 quarterbacks.
Give me the Rebels.
Yeah, I think we lose Ole Miss too.
Yeah, I'll be at this game, but I don't see us winning it.
I'm gonna try to go too because it's not often that you get to go to see your team.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I would like to go do that.
I'm gonna try to get out there.
So
it's
when
only 4.5 hours from me.
do you know somebody out there?
What?
I'm talking. It's in Oxford. It's in Oxford. Yeah.
Hey, we need to meet up for that because that's only like 2 hours from me.
Oh, look at that.
Want to come? Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, it's 4.5 hours for us, but yeah.
Well, Rec immediately said I'm going to that. So, like, do you know somebody down there, or you just planned on going to it since the schedule came out.
I just saw that we were going to be in Oxford. I feel like I want to see at least one college football venue I haven't seen every year, and this will be one of them.
Yeah, and I'm really wanting to go too. I'm going to try to make it work, but I got to wait
to buy the tickets
closer to the game.
Well, you need to buy some boat shoes and some really, really tight pants.
Yeah, and then you need to fight somebody.
Got you covered already.
Tight, and I think they have to either be navy pants or khaki pants. I don't think any other colors allowed.
You got to be khaki shorts. Blend in with the frat dudes.
I guess they could be red.
Also must be longer than your shorts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah. Tight pants. Let's write this down. Now you've already got the cigar thing going, so you're good there.
Right.
You know who my father is.
You got to grow your hair out and part it down the middle.
Well, you can either do that or just wear some sort of funky hat.
Yeah.
Or you could do both, and the visor is very popular in Oxford.
Yeah, the visor. Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to get drunk and fight some students.
Do you guys remember that brawl that broke out last year at Ole Miss versus Kentucky?
Yeah.
And the frat house brawl?
No.
I don't know, Rec, you don't drink at all, do you? Do you drink at all, or you just don't drink that much?
I don't drink at all.
You don't drink it. I was about to say, because you need to take a nice bourbon glass of like a, I don't know what you call it, a bourbon glass.
He'll take a cigar to smoke if we win.
Well, I can just let them all, give them alcohol, get them drunk, and then my chances of winning the fight go up.
Right.
Some of these people are underage.
That's a good strategy.
Is anybody not picking Ole Miss to win this game?
Well, you'd have to take a rec talk strategy and get Mississippi's players drunk, and so that they're easy to beat.
Yeah.
That you can only do that with Georgia, though.
Yeah.
Hey, what you do, Rec, is you go up there 2 weeks ahead of time and set up a booth giving free flu shots. That way they'll all be sick by the time the game comes around.
There you go. A lot of good ideas. I mean, we're going to make a bowl with these ideas. I'll tell you that.
All right. So I believe we all have Mississippi winning this game. Well, not all of us, but I think that's the consensus, right?
No, it was unanimous. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which of their 17 quarterbacks they start.
Now, September the 23rd, this is interesting. This game's in Wake Forest. I don't really know what we clearly haven't done a Wake Forest preview yet. I need to really dig into their team. I don't know what to make. I really don't know what to make of them this year. Here's what I do know: is that somehow, some way, Dave Clawson figures out a way to make them better than they are, or better than they should be on a yearly basis. And every year it feels like we're like, well, they're losing this key player, they're losing that key quarterback, they're losing. And look, losing Hartman is a big deal. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I just don't really know what to expect from Wake Forest. But I do not expect much from Georgia Tech. And this game's in Wake, so give me the Demon Deacons.
Yeah. I've been saying that too. Wake Forest, well, I got all the respect in the world for Dave Clawson. And a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, they're losing Sam Hartman. Well, they're going to pull some 3-star out of their ass that nobody's heard about.
It's Mitch Griffith. He's going to start.
He's going to be amazing. So, I'm going to go with Wake Forest. I'd really like to see us go 1-1 in these weeks here with Ole Miss and Wake Forest, but I don't think so. I'm going to go with Wake Forest.
Wow.
Wake Forest still has Donovan Green and Justice Ellison, so I'll take Wake Forest.
That could kind of get us to the higher end of our win total, but. I agree with you. We were talking earlier about how important the Louisville game was as far as their overall record. I think you can throw this Wake Forest game in that category as well. That's right. Sort of like whatever is it, week 4.
Yeah.
But I think that's an extremely important game, not only for conference play but also for the overall record. To me, it's sort of a toss-up game. I'm actually giving more credit to Georgia Tech than I think maybe they should get in this game. This is a game that they could win, but I'm still picking the Demon Deacon. So who'd you pick, Sea-Dog?
I picked Wake Forest.
You picked Wake Forest too?
Wake Forest is going to be one of our new rivals in the 3-3-5.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you're going to play them every year now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're going to have to learn their roster.
Yep. All right, Rec Talk.
Unfortunately, I'm with Slim here. Wake Forest always plays above their talent. I think Clawson's one of the more underrated coaches in college football. This is a brutal road stretch for us with Ole Miss. I think we fall to the Demon Deacons here.
Wow.
Wake Forest a brutal road game.
Did you guys expect us to just come on here and go?
No, but if I had to go through some of the conference games, I would have probably picked at least one of you to pick Tech to win that game. But mainly because Sam Hartman is not there. But
they always pull their quarterbacks out of their ass.
Yeah,
we're realistic, and we realistically think that we can.
No, you're not.
Whatever.
Well, we're about to find out.
You just said 6. You said 6-6 is your floor. You're not realistic.
Well, I already have an actual bet with Sea-Dog. He says 6 wins. I say 5. So, well,
I think we get to 7 wins.
See, that's delusional.
Whatever.
You were talking 8 or 9 like 2 weeks ago.
I was 9. I've never said 9 ever.
Well, his bet. All he has to do is win 6 games to win his bet.
Yeah, and I said 8 is the ceiling.
6 regular season wins.
9.
We both have bets with Slim.
Well, if you don't win 6 regular season games, you don't play in a bowl game.
That's a good point. Well, that's not necessarily. See, that's the key to this bet is that we had to establish that from the beginning. You can't make a bowl, backdoor your way into a bowl at 5 and 7 because that happens sometimes, and win the bet. You have to win 6 games to win the bet.
No, we bet over under 5.5 wins was the bet.
Right. Thank you.
So
same difference. All right, so we have Wake Forest winning that. So right now we have Georgia Tech at 2-2 to start the season.
Schedule looking at this.
September the 30th, Bowling Green.
That's a win.
At Georgia Tech. Oh Jesus! Yeah, give me Tech on that one.
Yeah, I'll take over Tech.
Man, don't lose to Bowling Green.
Ooh, I wonder what Slim's gonna pick.
Bowling Green.
Ooh, it's gonna be so funny. No way, just pick Bowling Green.
Are you okay, Sea-Dog?
You
No.
old bag.
He's not okay.
No, he's not. Especially after Bowling Green beats him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Bowling Green's mascot, by the way? I don't know.
It's so freaking funny. If we were
that a
playing
falcon?
Middle Tennessee State, it might be a different
Some kind of
story.
bird.
Is anybody picking, other than Slim, is anybody picking Bowling Green to win this? No. All right. So, 3-2 at this point. I got to start finding some losses on here to support my bet.
We've got a couple coming up.
Yeah, well, we can just go
You
ahead.
can pick us to go 6-6. It's okay.
We can go ahead and fast forward right to a road game in not in Miami, not Coral Gables, against the Hurricanes. Yeah, give me the Canes. There we go.
Miami.
Miami seems to have Georgia Tech's number.
No, not really, but
They beat the crap out of you last year, and they had no business doing that.
they didn't. But we had a hurt quarterback, so it's whatever.
No, we had a hurt quarterback. We had
The
two
quarterbacks aren't that good this year, so
It's whatever. It's whatever. This one's tough. It depends. I mean,
who does Miami play before and after this?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Miami doesn't really scare me. As long as you're a better coach than a Mario Cristobal team, he'll always have more talent than you.
Oh, they play Temple before this and North Carolina after, so I'll take Miami.
Hey, Luke, does that, since Miami is Georgia Tech's daddy, does that make me your grandpa?
Well, considering North Carolina's Miami's daddy, I don't know what kind of weird circle we have.
You are not our daddy. Okay? Not at all.
Miami's still winning the football game, so whatever.
We'll see about that. For this show's purposes, I'm going to go with Miami, but we'll see about that.
I bet that tasted like vinegar.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
It's
So where
whatever.
do we
I'll
sit
pick
here?
with my freaking heart. I don't pick with my heart.
We're
believe it or
picking
not.
Miami.
You know, everybody acts like
All right, so everyone's picked now. It's Miami.
We've already
No.
got 3 Miami picks.
No.
Oh,
I ain't tasting that vinegar. Tech by 17.
by 17. Damn.
I subscribe to that.
Hey, Ray, you want to put another bet on that?
No, but it's
Did you guys
my
already bet on that? Isn't that part of your bet?
Yeah, don't.
No, it's
No,
not.
Miami has to make a bowl and Georgia Tech has to not make a bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they
Ours is picked
backdoor
up.
into a bowl at 5 and 7, I'm gonna be highly pissed.
No, I'll even clarify, like 6 and 6. If we backdoor in a bowl with 5 and 7, I'll pay out if you make a bowl.
I won't.
Of course, Sea-Dog won't.
What the hell?
I'm gonna need to recoup some of these losses.
All right,
These
so
5-win teams that backdoor into a bowl always win. Too.
so halfway through the season here, we have Georgia Tech at 500. So 3-3.
0 and 6.
They've got some losses coming up.
Now I'll tell you this. So the next week they go back to Atlanta and they play against Boston College. I believe Boston College is going to be so bad. Now I didn't
How many
see
people are going to be at that game, by the way?
I didn't see the preview that you guys did last week on the ACC show for Boston College, and nobody can seem to tell me what your record prediction was. Do you remember? Any of
We
you?
picked we
It was
picked
a Georgia
Boston
Tech
College to
channel. They
drop.
had Georgia Tech beating him.
We did. I do remember that.
Yeah, and so do I. So
Yeah, Boston College is horrible.
I think what's
They didn't horrible, but they're so
So
horrible.
how many wins?
I
That's
did
4.
not pick Georgia Tech to beat Boston College. Thank you very much.
So it's 4.
Yeah.
yeah, that's 4 right now. 4 and 3.
I can already
We're at
see
4
what I'm
wins
going to
right
have
now.
Georgia Tech
So look
as.
at the rest. Look at the rest of the schedule. You honestly believe we can't win 2 more games?
I think you can win 2
I've
more
got
games.
you
I might
at,
pick you to win 2
sir,
more
I've
games,
got you at
honestly.
0 and 7 right now. Thank you very much.
You people, I don't want to hear from you, Slim.
Well, so true to my word, I have you winning one of these last 5 games.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, okay.
I have you. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I have you losing to North Carolina. I have you losing to Clemson.
I guess we can skip
Hold on.
past
I have you losing to North Carolina and Clemson and Georgia. Now that's fair.
That would
Okay.
bring them to 6 losses.
All right. So the question is, this is going to be the one that sends you over the edge or not.
We can really just do the Virginia and Syracuse.
Syracuse
game
and Virginia.
The other ones.
Syracuse or Virginia. Wait, what game are we on? Boston College? We're beating them, right?
We already picked. We already went past that. We already.
Yeah. So we picked Georgia Tech to win that one.
All right, who's next?
So next is North Carolina. Yeah.
We're beating the fool out of them. We're beating the fool out of them. But that's fine. Pick them to lose. That's fine. We can still make a bowl even without beating them, even though we're going to. But yeah, go ahead.
Delusions.
Yeah. It won't even be close, dude.
Was it delusional last year? How many people
Yeah.
would have said we were delusional if we said we were going to go up there and beat you, and we did it? Then
Yeah.
we beat you with Jeff Collins the
Well,
year before.
So we all just picked when we did the North Carolina schedule this game. So does everyone remember what they picked?
Yeah, we all picked. It was North Carolina. That was the final.
Yeah, even Sea-Dog picked
verdict.
North Carolina, I think.
Sea-Dog picked Georgia Tech.
Oh, he did?
That's fine. We can go without even beating North Carolina. It's fine.
All right. So now we're.
I've got them losing to Boston College and North Carolina. So
I'm actually gonna jump because here's what we're gonna do. I want to save Virginia and Syracuse for last. Clemson, I think everybody picked, but this is another one that we already talked about. I think, right? Everyone has Clemson winning that,
Yeah.
right? And Georgia, I think. Well, I know you'll never say it out loud, but let's be real.
Yeah,
that's-
we're going to kick their fucking ass.
right.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
So UGA and Clemson.
UGA minus 40. Who do you got, Pete?
UGA minus 40.
Yeah.
They didn't even beat us by that much last
Yeah,
year.
I
They
don't.
didn't cover the spread last year.
Yeah,
They didn't.
there's no way I could do a point spread bet when that's in November. I'd have to see who's hurt and whatnot, but
It doesn't matter. We had 2 quarterbacks hurt. We were on our 3rd and 4th string quarterbacks, still scored on them in the first drive.
all right. So, but here's where we're at now.
Score again.
These are the 2 toughest games at the end of the year to pick, for obvious reasons.
Didn't
Right.
you already pick them to beat Syracuse though? So
We did.
I've got them at 0 and 2 in those 2 games.
Did we have them beating Syracuse in our Syracuse prediction?
we had Syracuse winning 4
I wish I
again.
could
and I
find
looked
that.
at their schedule, and we definitely had them losing to Georgia Tech.
I have it written down somewhere. If you go through my notes that I make on YouTube, it looks like a mental patient. I'm telling you. Like there's no deciphering it.
I just have the records written down. I don't have who.
I'm fairly certain we had Tech or Syracuse losing to Tech when we did.
We had Syracuse beating Colgate, Western Michigan, Virginia Tech, and Boston College.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're gonna have to go with Tony Elliott.
I'm going to assume that I picked. Well, I'm thinking that they're going to beat Virginia, so that's a win for Georgia Tech, and I said they'll lose
to 5.
I say they'll lose to Syracuse. That's my 5.
I think they'll lose to Syracuse too.
So there you go.
Well, then Slim would pick it, which means we're.
Hold on. Let's focus. All right, let's focus on one team at a time. Virginia. I'm saying Tech gets a win there. What say you, Slim?
Tech loses.
Damn. Well, Luke.
I think Tech wins.
All right, so that's going to do it because we're going to get a win for both Rec and Sea Dog on that.
That's it.
All right, so Georgia Tech.
I'm having a hard time with because I'm going to have to.
The Syracuse one's interesting. Now the game is a home game for Tech. They end the season with 2 home games against Syracuse and then of course against Georgia. Not that matters in that last game, but I've got them losing to Syracuse to round out 5 wins.
Syracuse implodes in the end of the year, though.
Yeah, but Dino's good. It's about
And
time.
they imploded last year because they lost their quarterback.
It's about time for Dino to save his job again. So he'll pull some shit out.
They're not firing him after this year, no matter what happens.
Wait, could this be a game where the Syracuse coach is coaching for his job and Tech is playing for a bowl?
No, Syracuse is not firing Dino Papers after he won 8 games last year.
Yeah.
Either way.
I don't think Syracuse is going to be that bad. I wouldn't have them.
Yeah, I don't. Who picked Georgia Tech to beat Syracuse? 'Cause I don't understand how we had that.
We'll have to go back and listen to these.
Definitely picked Syracuse.
We just did it 2 weeks ago on the show. We'll have to go back and figure out who said what.
Slim wasn't on the panel, but it was definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that.
Yeah,
and I definitely picked Syracuse.
I think I did too, and I think Sea Dog got mad.
Rightfully so. We're going to beat Syracuse.
All right, so where do we stand as far as a vote?
I've got Georgia Tech at a stupendous 0-12 for Brent Key's first year.
So hold on, me, Luke, and Slim all have Georgia Tech losing this game, right? So the only 2 guys that are voting for Georgia Tech are the Tech guys.
Yeah,
that is correct.
All right, so there you go, 5 and 7, just like I said.
Well, that puts us right at Vegas' numbers, right? That is at 4.5, I think.
Yeah, it does. That shows you how professional we are here. I'm telling you, people laugh at our predictions every year, but we're really close. I'm not kidding. Every time.
Hey, y'all laughed at my 0-12 about Boston College last year, but I was really close.
So
really close is subjective.
Now I know what if you ask Sea Dog or Rec, like, what is your real expectation for Georgia Tech? You're gonna, you want to win 8 or 9 games. I know that's what you want, but to be real, what is the number where if you don't hit that certain number, you're going to be disappointed?
It's 6 wins.
6.
You got to make a bowl here. Now, my floor for Tech is 3-9, and ceiling is 8-4. But this is probably the most pivotal season in Tech history, though, with all of the conference realignment stuff and the financial situation at Tech. You've got to make it work this season. So if we don't make a bowl,
I highly
that's
doubt anything's happening to the ACC in the next few years.
Yeah,
but you've got to position
I also
yourself.
think it's really not fair to Brent Key to try and put that pressure on him in his first year as a head coach.
It's not, but that's the pressure that's on him. Was it?
He's going to need to turn this thing around quickly to get Georgia Tech in the SEC or Big Ten.
Well, the Big Ten. We're never going to the SEC, but and look, it probably won't implode in the next few years, but you've got to put together some good season to position yourself 5 years from now if there's some major movement.
How
okay,
desirable
and if he
is Georgia
steadily
Tech to a
improves
Big
over the
Ten?
next 4, then you're going to be fine.
I don't know. I feel like that's a whole different video.
I
mean,
think there's a good chance the ACC stays how it is until the next realignment, like 2030 something.
What is Slim laughing at? That is going to end the show, though, guys. We actually did it, though. We got through. We got through.
Right on time, 8:59.
Yeah, look at that. 9 o'clock on the dot. We got through 2 entire schedules. Hopefully, we can continue that trend.
These might be the 2 most contentious schedules. The rest of them are pretty
Any messages for Ryan
except
Day
for
as I
Miami.
drive by his house?
Yeah, tell him Pigskin Pete told him.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Will do.
Yeah. Tell him to holler at your boy. All right. I do have to go, guys, though.
Now, what'd you say about me, Luke? Or Miami?
I said that might be the most contentious outside of these two.
Let me in! Finally!
Sorry.
Damn!
I mean, you'd almost think
nobody said something.
you'd almost think you're a Why does people keep dropping out? What is going on with you guys?
I accidentally hit the back button.
My mic
And it's normally me that it happens to, but I haven't done it once.
I feel
It's
like
these damn tech
You guys honestly thought I had nothing to say for the past 10 minutes?
You do just go quiet for a little while.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Not when it comes to my jackets.
We weren't talking about your jacket.
Well, Pete is literally coping and trying to
Coping?
do mental gymnastics. Yeah, you're trying to mentally do gymnastics to get Tech to 5-7, but you see that to go 5-7, we literally have to lose every single toss-up game. It's just not going
to beat Louisville.
No, I had you beating Louisville.
close.
I picked you to beat Louisville. So what? How is that mental gymnastics?
Louisville?
Look, sir, getting Georgia Tech to be good is mental gymnastics. What are you talking about?
That's enough of that talk.
I don't see how you can think we went 5-7 last year. It's not like one more win is some kind of insane improvement.
I didn't say it would be insane. I mean, that's the reason that it is. That's the reason the line is where it is. I didn't say it was impossible. I just don't believe it's going to happen. I mean, Vegas agrees with me. Vegas is split on me and you. The number's 5.5, right? I say 5, you say 6. Vegas says 5.5.
I say 7.
Well,
Vegas says 4.5, sir.
Vegas is 4.5.
Oh, well, see? Then I even think more of Georgia Tech than Vegas does. You should be patting me on the back.
4.5 does feel really low, though.
It's ridiculous. Why would we be worse than last year?
So one could argue you got lucky in some of the games last year.
Well,
we got lucky. I mean, literally every horrible thing that can happen to your program happened to us last year.
Yeah.
Head coaching change. First and second string quarterback went
you
down.
lost your best quarterback by far.
Okay, and
Jeff
that's
Sims?
what we're saying.
Jeff Sims, we never even got we got like 2 good games out of Jeff Sims the entire time he was here.
I know one of them too well.
Besides the North Carolina game in 2021.
Yeah, because Mac Brown doesn't know
we
that
got
backup
2 good
quarterbacks are allowed to
games.
play.
We got 2 good games out of Jeff Sims this past year. I'll say it like that. Okay, the Duke game and the freaking.
Now, see, I remember Sea-Dog going irate over some Jeff Sims slander.
Yeah, Jeff Sims is a good quarterback. He never had a chance to shine. As soon as he finally came out of his shell, he breaks his freaking foot, and then he never came back.
Yeah,
but I knew that he was being that entire time he was here. I knew he was being stifled by the offensive coordinator. That his coach was terrible, and it's true. He played a lot better this year. Still made mistakes, but he had really come along, and then he got freaking hurt, and we never saw him again.
Yeah, I've got another prediction. Sea-Dog's going to end up in a padded room in a straitjacket before the season's over with.
Whatever.
What
you
game
guys
do
are
you
going to owe
think
me a
is gonna
bunch of
be the
money.
new
You're the
Northern Illinois
intro.
video?
It's going to be so freaking funny.
You know what would make a great YouTube video where you have to go to the bank and make a large withdrawal to pay off all the bets you've lost and put it on camera. Can you take a camera into a bank?
In the car on the way there.
It's just not happening.
Oh, by the way, Pete, I've already Googled liquor stores close to the hotel.
Yeah.
For us to spend Sea-Dog and Rec Talk's money yet.
Oh, okay.
So sure. I'm so sure.
Well, you better bring some extra because you're going to have to give me and Sea-Dog some.
Yeah. Your freaking wallets are going to be a little lighter.
Guys, I do have to go, though. All right, thank you to the panel. Thank you, Slim, Luke, Rec Talk, all you guys.
Toodles.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Sea-Dogs, make sure you start looking at
And go check out these guys, too. Everyone go check out Rec Talk. He's got a YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to him.
Support payment on time, too. I'm going to make sure to get my child support payment on time.
Rec Talk's over there pumping out content on his YouTube channel. So everyone go check him out.
Don't go watch Rec Talk. He'll just kick you off his live show.
Uh-oh.
He deems more important shows.
I'm pumping out PP. Rec Talk's grinding Georgia Tech stuff, but I'm pumping out PP videos.
We all have our roles here on
Sea-Dog's
YouTube.
showing us all how to win a talent show without anybody actually voting for your videos. Fucking rigged ass.
You know I would have smoked. You know I would have smoked anyone that I got.
Fucking rigged ass
We'll see you
talent
guys.
show.
All right, see you later, Rec. All right, thanks, Slim. All right, everybody.
So good. I'm so talented. It creates the illusion of it being rigged.
You are talented. I'll give you that.
Thank you, Pete.
Very much. Very much so. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for the 76th episode of the ACC show. We are now 4 teams in. Let's briefly right here. We have Syracuse 4-8, the ACC record prediction. Virginia Tech 6-6, North Carolina 9-3, which actually surprised me a little bit, which I think is right around where they are in Vegas. Georgia Tech 5-7, and nobody can seem to remember what Boston College was. Well, I'll have to go look that up, I guess.
I think they were probably 3-9 or 2, maybe even 2-10.
So it was a 2 or 3 win team. I'll go back and watch it. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for the midday show. Anything you got going on, Sea-Dog, that you want to promote? Or, I mean, just maybe the last round of the talent show? Or what you got going on?
Freaking boy in the talent show. And, I don't know, watch my videos. I don't know.
All right. Watch his videos, everybody, he says. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Your boy's checking out.